Have you ever wanted to try out figure skating competitions as an adult in the UK? This video should show you how. I'll start off with the smaller competitions that are usually at your own rink. I personally skate at Planet Ice, just like this person, so I can kind of go down that route, but I also know that other rinks that aren't Planet Ices also still do spin spiral jumps and maybe like at-home competitions. So at Planet Ice, there's two competitions that they do every year. The spin spiral jump, which is twice a year, and it's usually around spring and autumn, and then the artistic, which is usually around the summer, and then there's a final competition. If you win your rinks one, you get to go to the final, which is in Milton Keynes, and then compete against all the other rinks. So these competitions are going to be like the easiest ones to get into, and they're definitely good at starter competitions because I did a few years of doing spin spiral jumps and artistics before I ever went to adult nationals. So I'll start with the first competition that I ever did, which was a spin spiral jump. And this competition is very cheap, very easy, and you can start it like at a really low level. So the levels start at like some sort of skate excellence levels, or maybe in a different rink, learn to skate levels. Now this will be one of the best competitions you could start with because you'll be with people that you know. If you have friends at the rink, they could be there for you. Your coach can potentially be there for you, whereas at a bigger competition, they might not be able to come. And this competition is easy. So you don't need a dress, you don't need a routine. All you need to do is one spin, one spiral, and a jump, depending on what level it is. So I think for my level, I haven't done one for a while now. Last time I did it, I did a flip, I did a camel back camel, and I just did a regular catch foot spiral. And that is literally it. And if I remember correctly, it's only £10. So that's like great. And of course, when I said you don't have to wear a costume, obviously you can. Most people do. I'm just saying you definitely don't need one for it. So I can show some clips up here of the spin spiral jumps I've done in the past. Usually there's no music playing. I've noticed that some rinks music plays. I would prefer it because I don't like hearing the scratchiness of my skating. But yes, onto the artistic next, which to me is like the most exciting one. So next up is the artistic, and this is a Planet Ice thing. I'm not sure if any other rinks do it, but if they do, it's not as big as like the Planet Ice one, because like I said, you can go to the final and then compete against other rinks, which can be fun. So I might put some like clips or photos up here while I'm talking. So the artistic is fun because you can just be a character, you can have fun with it. Like a lot of people do like Disney programs. It's just fun. You get a cute costume, you can use props, you can basically do whatever you want. I've done lots of anime programs in the past, but like there's also Disney, DreamWorks, like, or just even if you want to just like do a program, like your own actual program, because it's usually around 1 minute 30, which is kind of like a beginner program, and literally just do it there and test it there because it's only like £12. And it's just fun because everyone's dressing up, everyone's having fun, they're doing cool routines and music and themes. And the good thing is, if you ever want to like get really like into that, at bigger competitions like Adult Nationals, they do exhibition, which is the same thing. Not the same thing as like Adult Nationals artistic though. This is where it gets a bit confusing. But yeah, so I've done Shrek, I've done Attack on Titan, I've done Demon Slayer, I've done Arcane, I've done so many. You can also do duets, trios, and then there's like the show and skate big group thingy-mabob that you can do, but that's always like a theme that's like chosen every year, so you don't really like have like freedom with it. And now onto the bigger competitions. So in the UK, there are lots of other competitions you can do. As an adult, you can also compete with the kids in national levels. I personally don't do that, so I wouldn't really know much about it. I personally do not want to compete against kids because they would thrash me. No, thank you. Also, just to mention, if you're going to do like out nationals or like proper competitions, proper free skate competitions, you need a BIS membership. So every year you have to pay to compete and also to do your tests as well. So if you're into testing, then you do that. Also, you need tests to do like competitions. I think the only one you don't need your test for is pre-bronze, which is the lowest level you can go in at, but you do need your passport done at that point. And then it's level 1 for bronze, level 2 for silver, etc. I'll probably get into more of that later. But for the adult competitions, a lot of the competitions that also have kids events also do have adult events. So Blackpool was one of them. They haven't done it, I think, the last year or two, so I'm not sure. There's North East Opens, which is up north, of course. There's some competitions down south in London, I think. I've not done them. I did quite a few spin spiral jumps and artistic competitions before I ever went to Adult Nationals. The year I went to Adult Nationals, I did Blackpool and Adult Nationals that year, and then Adult Opens in the end of the year. Most of the time, the competitions are usually around the start of the year, and then the season starts around July, I think. And so then most people get like new programs, and then they start again around September, if there are competitions. So I'll mainly talk about adult nationals because I feel like that's like the big one in the UK. You can also do competitions abroad. I have not done that yet, so I cannot really talk about it, but I really want to do it. Oberstdorf is the biggest one. But the youngest you have to be is 28, or if your birthday's in a really awkward place, 29. So my first adult nationals, I did a free skate and I did exhibition. Exhibition because I could have just easily reused something that I used for the Planet Ice Artistic, and then free skate because like I wanted to do like a proper skate, you know? And for this you have to put in a routine that like goes by the rules. Like I said, these competitions do get pricey. It's like £86 an entry. Adult nationals sometimes there's like discounts if you do more than one. But it gets pricey at this point. Also with travel and hotel and just because it's always in Sheffield. So free skate is like the main thing, I'd say. This is where you do jumps, spins, and a choreo sequence. Every year the rules change, so always check in your level. Lowest level you can do is pre-bronze, and the highest level you can do is masters. I think in some other competitions there's masters elite. I will never get to that level, so I don't need to worry about it. I am currently skating at bronze. I don't know if I'll ever go further than silver. I don't know if I'll ever even go to silver, because that terrifies me. By the way, if you're trying to think, oh, what will silver be? Silver is Axel. So that'll give you a little bit of a, I don't know, like, literally the first time I went there, I didn't know anyone because I didn't have anyone from my rink go to the competition that I, like, knew of. And I easily, like, made friends, and I don't make friends easily, I feel. Pre-bronze is the lowest section you can go in. It is always huge. I will warn you guys, it's huge. But obviously, it's not about winning or anything. I think the most I've ever competed against is 36. I think there was 36 in my group. Usually they split it in age groups, so like young adult is 18 to 28. If your birthday is on like a weird end, you might end up staying in young adult an extra year, like me. And then there's class 1, which is like the next 10 years, class 2, etc, etc. So you shouldn't ever really be competing against people who are either older or like, you know, 10 years older or 10 years younger than you, because it's a little unfair, like expecting maybe like 60-year-old to go against an 18-year-old, you know. There are also other things you can do at these competitions. So there's free skating, and there's dance is like the other big one. So for dance you can do pattern dance, or you can do free dance. Free dance is, I don't do pattern dance because it scares me and I'm bad at footwork. Free dance to me is a lot better. It's more fun. So you do twizzles, you do a choreographic movement like a slide or something, and a spin and like choreo steps, that sort of thing. No jumps though. No jumps are allowed in dance. So if you don't like jumping, dance might be for you. There are also dance competitions you can do, but I have not just gone to a dance competition yet because I'm not good at it. And then there is artistic. This is the one you might get confused with. So the Planet Ice Artistic is more like exhibition. The artistic at like adult nationals or like an adult competition, for instance, is based on PCS, which is like presentation, components, and skating skills. No technical scores, so like your jumps and spins won't like basically score anything. Whereas a free skate, you'll be scored on PCS and like the technical stuff, so the spins, the jumps, all that stuff. And so the artistic is maybe like, I feel like it's a little bit more chill. I still don't really understand what the judges want because it's like different every year. I've noticed I like entertaining stuff though, which is funny because I don't think I'm good at that. I'm better at storytelling, I feel. I don't know. Hopefully this has explained a little bit. If there's anything specific anyone wants to know, like literally just comment and I'll make a video like this. I have yapped in this. If you've watched this, please comment, because this is like a 10-minute video. I don't expect anyone to watch all of this, but hopefully it has helped at least one person. Also, I realised I totally forgot a whole, like, section. These little white medals here, little, they're pretty big. Those are from something called inclusive skating, so this is more for people with disabilities. I am neurodivergent, so that's why I did it. I don't do it anymore, but it's also a good way to start and, like, just a good way for people with disabilities to do skating. It's fun, it's friendly. I don't do it anymore, so I can't really like say much. I do more mainstream competitions now because a lot of my friends do them, and I'd like to just go for like a meetup with my friends. So yeah, someone else might be better at explaining that one. Also, I forgot an artistic. You know how I said that there's no technical score? You still have to do at least one jump and one spin, and then a maximum of 2. So yeah, this is like a bit out of place, but I'm gonna put it in anyway.